it's cold. Hey you guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bridget, and today we're doing a little bit different of a video that I've recently been doing. I've been doing a lot of vlogs lately. I've just had so much stuff that I've wanted to share with you guys, but I wanted to spill some tea. I wanted to share my brow secrets today, and if you couldn't already tell by the title, we are doing brow lamination today. I've gotten so many questions about how I laminate my eyebrows, how do I get them to stay, what do I use, some tips and tricks. So I wanted to show you guys that today. I'm actually so excited to do this. I've wanted to do this for so long. Okay, now if you don't know what brow lamination is, it's basically a perm for your brows. That's literally the best way I can describe it. I want to put a little disclaimer in that I'm not a professional. I don't do this as a job. I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pro at this. I just did research at home, YouTube, Google, watched a ton of videos, and I've landed here today with having a huge obsession with laminating my brows. I will say that the first time I ever laminated my brows, my skin around the brows where some of the solution had spilled over, because it's inevitable, it's gonna happen. My skin was so dry and irritated. I mean, it wasn't like horrifying, but it was uncomfortable. But every single time I've laminated my brows after that, it hasn't done it. So I don't know, maybe my skin's used to it by now, but or maybe I'm just better at it and I'm more careful when I do it. I'm running out of daylight, so let's just get into it here. First things first, the kit. Now, I get this kit off of Amazon. It's $20-30 bucks. It is the ICONSIGN Lash Lift Eyelash Perming Kit. Cute. So it's technically a lash lift kit. Side note, I don't recommend doing your own lash lifts at home. That's a little too close for comfort for me. But eyebrows, yeah. When you open the kit, it comes with your instructions. These are actually for under your eyes when you're doing your eyelashes, so I don't use those. So this is everything that comes in the kit. Now I don't use everything, obviously, because I use this for my brows. So I use the #1 Perming solution, the #2 Fixation solution, and the Nutrition. So the cleanser I don't use because I clean my brows before I do this. I've heard other people using like micellar water to clean their brows, or like an alcohol type of toner to clean their brows. I don't like to do that. I mean, I did use a micellar water, but then I took a lukewarm washcloth and just gently rubbed it away. You could literally just wash your face with your everyday facial cleanser, dry it, make sure it's dry too, and you'll be good to go. Just make sure you get everything out, get all the nasties out of the brows. They do give you little spoolies in here with this kit. I have found that my kits last me so long. Like, I could still use my initial kit, but I wanted to, you know, show you guys like a new and fresh one to, you know, for review's sake. Okay. Excuse me? It's these fucking nails. Hello? Okay, this kit, I have cat hair. Oh, also, by the way, oh my god, my heart is melting. That's my cat, Jimmy. He has made an appearance on my channel before. He is welcome anytime in the background of my videos. So that's what's happening back here. And that's why there's like a bunch of blankets and pillows on that chair. But nonetheless, this kit also comes with Falsies lash glue. Obviously, I don't use that because we're not doing lashes. They also give you these teeny tiny Q-tip applicator looking things. I don't use these because it's just too small for my brows. Now, if I was doing my lashes, I probably would. But like I said, I don't recommend doing your lashes at home. Like, that is just a disaster waiting to happen, at least for me. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need the kit. If you run out of the spoolies, you can just go on Amazon. I actually got these off of Amazon. It came with 2 packs for $5. Actually, no, I think these ones were closer to $8 because they were like cute and sparkly. Anyway, so instead of the tiny applicator Q-tip looking things, I use my own Q-tips. Regular Q-tips are just bigger and better for me personally. They cover more surface area. And one last thing that you're gonna need is cling wrap or clear wrap, whatever you call it. 2 pieces of them, because you do a process that you need the cling wrap twice. So let's get into it before I lose daylight and it starts pouring on us. Now, like I said, you want to start out with clean, dry brows. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see the full extent of my brows before. Please do not, oh my God. We leave for vacation tomorrow, and of course I break out. It's stress, but these are the state of my eyebrows now. I would say this is basically their natural form. But yeah, I would say my brows are back to their natural state, because the last time I laminated my brows was the second week of June this year before we went to Florida. So I think this is actually the longest I've gone in between. I don't like to do it very often because it is a perming solution, and you're putting a perming solution on your skin because, like I said, it's inevitable. It's gonna get on your skin. Your brows are gonna be a little bit dry. The hairs are gonna be a little bit dry. I mean, think about how, if you've ever gotten a perm, you know. If you know, you know. Now, and it's not that serious. I mean, it's literally just cosmetics. It's not that serious. So basically the first step is telling you to clean the area, and it's basically going into the directions if you were to be perming your eyelashes. But since we're not doing that, we're gonna skip to step number 4. So it says apply a suitable amount of number 1 perm solution, which is this right here. Aren't these bottles so absolutely adorable? Anyway, apply a suitable amount of number 1 perm solution with a micro applicator brush or a cotton swab evenly on the eyebrows. It says eyelashes, but we're doing eyebrows. So I use a regular Q-tip. Then cover the eye with plastic wrap about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the length and thickness of the eyebrows, for 8 minutes on thin eyebrows, 10 minutes on thick eyebrows. I think I have pretty standard normal eyebrows, so I'll leave it on for 8 and I won't like rush to get it off, you know, but no more than 10 minutes. Your skin will probably start to burn, honestly. And I don't want to like make this process seem like it's super scary or invasive. It's not. Just read the directions. And they say it is recommended to carefully remove the number 1 perm solution from the eyebrows before applying the number 2 fixation lotion with a cotton swab or whatever. I actually remove it with a lukewarm washcloth. I don't know if that is the right way to do it, but it's the best way that works for me. It's worked so far. I think at this point I have laminated my eyebrows. I purchased my initial kit. It was definitely a quarantine purchase. I think it's been over a year now. So a year and a half I've been doing my own brow lamination. It's worked for me so far. Whatever works for you, just abide by the directions and you'll be fine. Okay. Make sure you have a timer close by, because as soon as you put the first solution on and then you cover it with the cling wrap, you want to immediately start that timer. Let's just get into it here. Jesus, app. When I do this process, I clean my face and I wait to do my skincare, so I know that there's nothing on my face that's getting in the way of this process. And it's actually been like an hour or 2 since I've washed my face, so my skin is like, give me hydration. So I start with taking a spoolie. Also, I got these off of Amazon. How cute are these? Even Chris said that he likes them. For those of you that don't know, Chris is my boyfriend. Step 1, we're taking the baby perming solution and I just dip generously. And I have a mirror right here just because I don't trust myself in the monitor here. And just go to town. like I said, it's a perming solution, so it's going to, your skin's not going to like it if you've never done this before, but I promise you, well, I guess I can't promise you, but my skin got used to it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I wanted to show you guys this process for so long now because I am obsessed with it, and there is quite a few videos on YouTube of it, but I always feel like I can add in some way. So like the directions say, generously apply this. And before I put the plastic wrap on, I spoolie them up as much as possible. Now my brows are gonna be looking real crazy here, so just bear with me. All right, take the spoolie and just, at this stage, you can already tell that the solution is breaking down the bonds of the hair. I believe that's how it works. Don't quote me, like I said, I am not a pro. Also, I am shaking because I think I've had way too much coffee today. Of course, my camera died and I had to go put a new battery in, but we're on the clock. Honestly, this is not a cute process, but it's okay. Okay, so I've got about 5 minutes left on the timer. I'm going to let this cook and I'll show you how I remove it when it's done. When I first did this process, Chris was like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, so the timer went off. Carefully remove it. It's gonna feel gross and icky and but trust the process. So I just remembered that I have these face halos. If you know, you know. They're just like microfiber little washcloths. We're gonna remove the solution. Don't be too rough with the process in general, but especially when you're removing it. I know that it's hard to like make it look like I'm not being rough. I'm not. You really want to thoroughly remove the solution, any of the solutions, before you move on to the next step. As you can tell already, the hairs look very different. They look much flatter. It looks much thicker. They honestly look darker too. It's like... Trust the process. Step 2, same thing with step 2. You apply it just like step 1 with whatever cotton swab or the applicator tip that you prefer, and put the plastic wrap over it and set a timer for 8 to 10 minutes depending on the thickness of your brows. Number 2, fixation. I wanted to show that I like how, hopefully I can do this, how they have this little stopper on the top. It's just reassuring that things are going to stay fresh. Yet again, take a very generous amount. Before I do that, you want to get a clean spoolie and just brush all of the brow hairs to this guy. Might take a little finessing because, at least for me at this point, after I did the perming solution, my brow hairs are like extremely flat and stuck to my head or stuck to my face. Now we can go in with it. Don't forget your tails too. Now I know some people like to, at least the videos that I've watched online, they like to pluck their eyebrows, like kind of shape them up before they do this. I don't. Honestly, I really don't do much to my eyebrows in general. I used to fill them in, like when I first started getting really into makeup, I would fill my brows in all the time. Not very heavily, not like the Instagram brow. I was never at that level. I never wanted to be because my brows are already so like, I wouldn't consider myself to have like big bushy brows, but they're not thin by any means. Okay, now before I put the plastic wrap on, I'm going to take the clean spoolie, brush all the hairs up. Now it's going to look like you have been electrocuted or your brows have been electrocuted, but at least for me, that's what I want. That way I can shape them as high as I want, any way I want. and they will be lifted no matter what. So when I brush my brows up, I don't go this way, I kind of go this way. But when I'm doing this process, I do kind of go more straight up than I would normally. At the end of all this, I'll show you guys how I actually like style these brows. This bit right here in the front, I kind of push up, like straight up like that. Now you're gonna take your second piece of saran wrap. Slap that shit on there. After I put like the first step and the second step, after I put this clear wrap, saran wrap, whatever the hell you call it, on, I really press the saran wrap on there, and like I said, just be gentle, because right now, like, the skin around my brows it's a little tender, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because I haven't done this in a while. We look crazy, but it's okay. Pain is beauty and beauty is pain, and lots of embarrassment usually. So another point that I wanted to mention, I don't know if this is going to be common sense, but each Q-tip that I use for each of the steps, I get a new one. I don't use the same Q-tip. Just thought I would throw that out there. It's very important not to mix the solutions. They are very different. There's that. The micellar water that I use when I clean my brows before I even start this process is the Garnier Fructis micellar water. I think it's the, all-in-one waterproof. Removes makeup, even waterproof mascara, cleanses and soothes. No rinse, no harsh rubbing, face, lips, and eyes. I don't know why they say no rinsing. I rinse it 1000%, 100% of the time. I rinse it. Because it leaves that a little bit of an oily texture on it, and especially when you're laminating your brows, you don't want anything in the brows that will get in the way of perming them. These spoolies are gonna be your best friend. In my humble opinion, you can't do this process without them. And I got these, like I said, off of Amazon. I'll link everything below. Like, I keep the tools. I don't just take what I need out of the kit and then just toss the rest. Like, that's incredibly wasteful. If you're going to do that, at least put it in the recycling. Timer went off. Ooh. I'm using the face halo again. I went and I washed it while I was waiting. Very, very incredibly gently and thoroughly wipe off that fixation lotion. They looking crazy. I will say that, and I thought it'd be the opposite, I haven't lost any brow hairs. My brows haven't gotten thinner. They haven't gotten drier. Like, they do get a little bit dry for, I don't know, maybe a week or two. I honestly think my skin is so irritated around my brows right now because I haven't done this process in so long, and plus, like an idiot, I put a chemical exfoliant, a very gentle one, but a chemical exfoliant on like 2 hours before starting this, like an idiot. Good job, Bridget. Good job. The directions also state that you do not want to get them wet for 24 hours. I have gotten them wet within 24 hours before. Like, I'll do them right before bed, and then I'll wake up and take a shower, wash my face, because I wash my face every morning and night, and they were fine. Okay, the very last step, we're in the home stretch here. The very last step is to apply a suitable amount of the No. 3 Nutrition Lotion to your eyebrows and moisturize and condition for 5 minutes. I don't know what they necessarily mean by that. Do they mean only leave it on for 5 minutes? I don't know. I leave it on because when I'm doing this process, I'm not just waiting 5 minutes and then slapping a full face of makeup on. Like, usually I'm going to bed. I put the No. 3 nutrition solution on, and it just feels like a really light oil. I put this on and then I brush my brows up. I don't think it does not make a difference either way, honestly. It's just easier because at this point, at least my brows are pretty dry and stuck as hell to my forehead. And then
I brush them up because it's just that nutrition stuff makes it a little easier to brush them up. Right, Bubba's? Oh, I'm scared. Did you see him? Honey, look at him over there. Why does this hair keep getting in my face? Okay, brows are looking extra crazy, but I take a little, after I brush them up, I take a little bit more of that nutrition and just do a once over just to get in there. Now I know that oh look, he's awake. He lives! His name is Jimmy. If you've never been to my channel before, his name is Jimmy. He's everything. He's everything. Here are the brows. They look crazy compared to the before. I don't wear them like this. I just wanted to show you the full effect. So after I brush them up, I'll take the spoolie, just the very tip, just kind of brush them over. I always leave this part fluffed a little bit. I just think the brow lamination thing is, it's been a game changer for me, like game changer, because at the time that I had bought this kit was during lockdown, so of course I wasn't really wearing makeup at all. I wasn't giving a shit at all. Let's zoom you out and do a little recap here. Okay, so we have finally made it to the end of the brow lamination process, and I know that the fluffy brow look is not for everyone, but it's for me, obviously. That's why we're here. I think it looks so good. Since I have started laminating my own brows, I haven't filled them in since the first time I've laminated my brows. So that saves me money on brow pencils, brow gels, brow powders, the whole nine. It shapes them without me even doing anything, honestly. The only thing that I have to do when getting ready is make sure I have a spoolie on hand, and we've got lots of them now. Make sure I have a spoolie on hand and just shape them. That's it. After you wash your face and before you do your makeup, if you're someone who does wear makeup, after you wash your face, just brush them up, shape them to the way you want them. Depending on how much makeup you wear or how you apply your makeup, you might have to kind of refluff them afterwards. They will stay in place all day. They're not going anywhere. I will admit that the way that they look right now is pretty intense, and they're like completely flat to my brow bone here. Completely flat. I would say by like day 3 they will start to fluff out and they'll be like prime brow moment. Another tip that I wanted to mention before ending out this video is, like I mentioned before, the skin around your brows, especially if you've never done this before, the skin around your brows is gonna be dry. It's gonna be a little bit tender. My skin around my brows, even now, it still does get dry. I mean, it is a perming solution going onto your face, especially right here. This is a very thin part of the skin, so it's gonna be dry usually no matter what. What I do to combat the dryness is just take a heavier moisturizer at the end of the night, or just something really occlusive. That's all the tips I believe that I have. I hope that this was helpful. I am just glad that I finally got the chance to film this video for you guys. I'm super excited to hear what you guys think about it. extra excited to hear if any of you have already tried it or who are going to try it after watching this video. Any thoughts, I would love to hear it in the comments. If you have any questions also, please leave them in the comments below. I'm kind of at the stage right now in size of my YouTube channel that I am responding to every single comment. I am engaging with every single one of you because you all are a angel. You're all angels. Period. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely am and will be. We actually leave for vacation tomorrow morning. We're going to the Outer Banks and I am excited. I am so excited. But if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel before you leave, hit the bell notification so you are notified every time I upload a video, which you're gonna want to do that. We've got some good stuff coming. Please let me know your thoughts below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!